This morning, WrestleMania will become a part of ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service starting in 2026, thanks to an agreement between the WWE and ESPN. The deal includes two-night events like WrestleMania and SummerSlam, plus other WWE premium live events. WWE will produce the events for ESPN platforms, which will serve as their exclusive U.S. domestic home. My goodness.
Now let's segue over to across the street with AEW. Now, word around the campfire is that AEW has a lot of problems, and yes, they do. Tony Khan says that they're having meetings now, right? They're starting to have production meetings. Okay, good thing. Good. But now this comes out. Backstage heat on MVP in AEW locker room frustrated. Interesting. A new report from Fightful Select has shed light on some backstage frustrations in AEW surrounding the Hurt Syndicate and specifically their manager MVP. According to the report, MVP has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and the faction has had creative disagreements over who they should lose their championships to. Stop right there. There's no team over in AEW legitimate enough that can take down the Hurt Syndicate. There's not. Look what they got. Gates of Agony. They've already beaten them. And then the Gates of Agony haven't even been portrayed as a dominant team. And right now, they're with Ricochet, and Ricochet is proven to be another one of AEW signings that are not doing anything over in that company because they don't believe in the guy. You're no better off in AEW than you were in WWE. So you go over there, and now this is what you do. Backstage frustrations. What about Mercedes Moné creative control that she has in her contract? Like, she's not there now, and she lost to Tony at All In, but now this girl went over and won 2 more championships. So she got like 8 championships now. Where are you going to go with that? So Mercedes, it doesn't give a damn about AEW. She doesn't give a damn about anything because all of this stuff looks great for her for when her contract is up so she can go over to WWE. Because you know she's going to go there. Punk went over there. You mean to tell me that Mercedes is not thinking about going over there too? Mercedes know that she has to know that her segments aren't that good. She has to know that her matches are not that good. She has to know that her promos feel so much like Sasha Banks than Mercedes Moné. It's hard to differentiate who's talking here. I can see a lot of the frustrations backstage at AEW. This show is horrible. I watch AEW once every 3 weeks because you're not going to miss anything by not watching the show. Like, you're just not. It's not important. But I'm going off topic here. The report claims that several talents have expressed that MVP has heat with them, and it is well known backstage that MVP dislikes Speedball Mike Bailey. In terms of creative, a claim was made internally that the Hurt Syndicate said no to losing to FTR at both the All In and the Forbidden Door pay-per-views. Here's another thing. Tony's not a boss. I'm paying you. I wouldn't give a damn if you don't want to lose to anybody, motherfucker. You're going to drop these titles to whoever I tell you that you're dropping these titles to. Who the fuck do you think you are? Listen, you came over here because they didn't want nothing to do with you over there. I gave you a platform to showcase this little Hurt Syndicate, Hurt Business shit. You're going to lose the titles to whoever I want you to lose them to. That's what Tony should say. But on the other end, have the Hurt Syndicate really been doing much of anything since they've been on the roster? I mean, look at who they have to work with. They're fucking kids over here. Who do they have to work with? You see this little motherfucker named Speedball, doing this Karate Kid Hong Kong Fooey shit. Nobody want to see that shit. It's bad enough that they had to wrestle with them at fucking All In. It's bad enough that leading into All In, they just trying to have a story to where they won't stay down. They just keep getting the shit kicked out of them, and they won't stay down. Who is this for? A lot of problems can be put on Tony first. Tony Khan, who I'm referring to. Yeah. Of course, I don't want to lose to them. They haven't been doing anything for the past year and a half. The fuck am I going to lose to FTR for when they are cold as ice right now? I don't give a... You can have a manager with them all you want to. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not going to lose to people who have been ice cold. Instead of established teams like FTR, the report notes that MVP has stated a preference for the team to lose the titles to younger talent like the Gates of Agony. Huh. The Outrunners or Private Party. So why would you want the Gates of Agony to get the tag team titles? I mean, didn't you beat them too? And see, this is what I'm talking about. They've been on a losing streak too. So why would I want to drop the title to a team that's been losing? And now all of a sudden in a month's time, they're the biggest team in the company. Now they can get the titles and then they can go on with the title run. Who are they going to go up against? The tag team division in AEW is god awful. I don't see them losing the titles to nobody. They shouldn't have put the titles on them in the first place. They should have let Bobby Lashley go on to win the world title, Shelton Benjamin win the TNT championship, and go from there. That's what I would have done if I'm paying them money to come into my company. I'm not going to put them in a fucking tag team that I don't have a division in. However, it was also pointed out that the Hurt Syndicate has already defeated all three of those teams. Exactly. Frustration. According to the report, the frustration from some in the locker room stems from the perception that the group are heels that do cool moves, beat up everyone, and give fans fives on the way out. So you're mad that they're over. So let me get this straight. So the talent in the back are mad that the heels do cool moves, beat up everyone, and give fans high fives on the way out. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing. They don't. Heels that do cool moves. I can name a lot of heels who do cool moves in AEW. The Young Bucks. Heels that do cool moves. I think if you're a heel, you shouldn't do no flippy shit. You shouldn't do no running Supercon heroes. You shouldn't do no springboards. If you're a heel, you got to work like a heel. Rake the eyes, eye gouge, beat their ass, do illegal moves, distract the referee so you can do something to them. Heel moves. WWE got the same problem too. Roxanne Perez from the Judgment Day running up and down that fucking ring and shit like that, doing all these cool babyface moves, but you're a heel. If Seth Rollins doing the little leap flip things, shit like that, jumping knees. If you're a heel, you need to work like a heel. Cut the ring down, slow the pace down, ground and pound, take the time off the mat, put them in a choke hold, suplex, body slams, knee to the back of the head. You got to be a heel. Psychology is how to work the crowd. If you're a heel, that should be the easiest thing in the world to do is get booed. But everybody wants to do cool moves. Everybody wants to do jumping 450s in the air, jump off the barricade, jump off the ring apron. Everybody wants to do cool moves. That's all AEW is. It's people that do cool moves. And you're mad at them for being heels doing what cool moves do they do? Besides beat your fucking ass. They don't do no jumping Hypercon heroes or whatever you call it. They just beat people up. So you're criticizing your own shit. The report clarifies that there is no heat between MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. You think? Ain't no heat. There ain't gonna be no heat because they're professionals. Everybody is signed to a multi-year deal with several years remaining. It's gonna be a long several years for the Hurt Syndicate because I guarantee you that this time next year you won't even be hearing anything about them. You won't. Backstage frustration, frustrated. Man, suck a dick. You want to know? See, this is the problem with AEW now. Like, nothing makes sense. You kicked MJF out the group. Leading up to him joining the group, you was gaining viewers in those segments that MJF and the Hurt Syndicate were in. They are over with the crowd because that's the most realistic thing that you have on these shows. These two big black motherfuckers that comes out there and hurt fucking people. No one else on that roster is getting like those type of reactions to where these people want to see them. And then you got AEW tonight. I mean, what are you going to do there? You know what? I'm going to check out AEW tonight. I haven't seen it in a few weeks, probably since All In. I don't know. I can't even remember. But I got my weed ready, and I'm finna watch AEW tonight. The nerve of the people backstage. All they do is do cool moves, beat people up, and give people high fives. It's not fucking fair, Tony. Crybaby bitches.